Hey everybody, it's James here with the Sawyer Family Reviews channel. Today is Wednesday, May 1st, 2019. This is your weekly comic book pickups video. Every week I pick up my boys at least one comic each. Oftentimes it's more than one. I pick up my daughter Gracie one as well. And as always, I pick up my comics at Queen City Comics in Fairfield, Ohio. Zip code 45014. If you're in the area and into comics, check out the shop. Sorry about my voice. I'm on the very tail end of a cold. My voice is just now coming back, so I'm going to try and make it through this thing. If it doesn't, then you won't get a video this week. If it does, then you'll get a video this week. So hopefully I make it through. All right. So True Believers, the dollar reprints of classic Marvel stories tied into current things that are going on, or sometimes not tied into current things that are going on, like the Star Wars ones are currently happening. And there's not like a big Star Wars event happening right now, other than the announcement of, or the trailer for episode 9 and the announcement of the show, maybe Celebration. Maybe that's why they're doing Star Wars right now. But they're also still finishing off the Avengers tie-ins. The thing that's weird, though, is these are called Marvel's Greatest Creators and not True Believers. On the invoice, they're called True Believers. On the covers, on the insides of the comics, they're called Marvel's Greatest Creators. They're still $1 reprints, but they no longer carry the True Believers top. I don't know if this is going to be something that continues or what, but these are still somewhat tied into the Avengers Endgame, I think. Because one features Hulk and the other one is an Avengers story, so I don't know. This time around, Marvel's Greatest Creators, Steve Englehart and Bob Brown. This is a reprint of Avengers with the origin of Mantis. That is from Avengers 123. Again, that's Steve Englehart and Bob Brown doing the art. And obviously, this is the origin of Mantis. Good classic Avengers stuff going on here for only $1. And the other one today, Marvel's Greatest Creators, Peter David and Gary Frank. And this is the Wedding of Rick Jones, reprinting Incredible Hulk 418. Peter David has a monumental run on Hulk. I don't know if it's still been topped. I'd have to go back and look. But he was the writer for Hulk for a long, long time. And this is one of the highlights of his run, is this Wedding of Rick Jones, with everybody showing up, like Cap and Drax and Mephisto and Silver Surfer. Everybody showing up for his pal Rick's wedding. Okay, so that's it on the dollar reprints. This book is for Gracie. It's the IDW Marvel series where they handle the Marvel Kid stuff. Marvel Action Spider-Man. She really likes this series because it features all the Spider characters she knows from Edge of the Spider-Verse, or Into the Spider-Verse, I'm sorry. The animated film, which she really likes. And this is by Delilah Dawson with art by Fico Asio. I said it before, but if your kids dig Spider-Verse, they're younger kids, this is a good book to pick up because it'll have the characters they recognize. This book is for me, Uncanny X-Men number 17. I've really been enjoying X-Men. I didn't read the last issue, though, so I can't tell you a lot what's going on in this one because I haven't read the last one. Obviously, a character dies. I've enjoyed this run so far. I'm a little bit bummed, though, that this issue does not have Carlos Pacheco art. It's Carlos Gomez. Matthew Rosenberg is still the writer, but the art is different. This guy's still good. I mean, this is still good art. It's just a shame that it's already not him on the book. Hopefully this is just to fill in, and Pacheco will be back next issue. But I don't know. I have been enjoying this. It's getting the X-Men back to a core team I can recognize, especially Wolverine in his brown suit and Cyclops in his Jim Lee outfit. Major X. I keep buying this, and I gotta say, I kind of sort of enjoyed the last issue. It's a very 90s X-book feel, like a 90s mediocre X-book feel. But it was kind of fun. It took me back to reading comics, X-books in the 90s, where there was just so many of them. They weren't all great, but they were fun to read. This character is from the future, and there's something that's happened to his future timeline where he has to come back and team up with Cable and Wolverine and those 90s guys and fix whatever happened to where he lived, which is called the X-istence. Yes, Rob Liefeld writes this. The X-essential disappears. So Major X has to go back through time. Rob's still just doing the writing now. He only drew the first issue. So Will Spartaccio is doing this issue, who's doing Networks. He did some X-Men stuff. So that's kind of fun, seeing him back on the next book. So yeah, he teams up with Cable, and they're going through Dreadpool. Look at that. if you like just the 90s lesser tier X books, this might be kind of fun for you. I don't know. I left my mind at the door and I kind of enjoyed it. It was like a popcorn film. It was like watching Independence Day. That's what that felt like, reading that. Transformers number 4. This one's for Keaton. I gotta kick my air on for a minute. This one's for Keaton. He's been enjoying this Transformers relaunch. It is, I'm sorry, I didn't tell you the prices on those other books. $3.99 and $3.99. And this one's also $3.99. This is the Transformers relaunch from IDW, which makes it, kind of cuts down on all those different series and makes it a series you can just kind of jump into. It's written by Brian Ruckley with art by those 3 people. I'm not going to say all their names. And so far, it's been like 2 concurrent storylines with Bumblebee, Rubble, and Windblade, and Orion Pax, and Megatron doing something. I mean, Keaton's 12. He doesn't know everything about Transformers, but he's been able to stick with this series. So that should tell you something. If you want to get into a Transformers book, this might be the one to pick up. Another book for Keaton, Batman Ninja Turtles Series 3, which is actually Series 4, if I'm not mistaken, because there was also an animated one. But these are like the regular comic team-ups. There's an animated movie coming out that crosses over Batman and Turtles. It's based on these comics. Keaton has really liked these so far. He was very excited to hear there was another one coming. I don't know what's up with that Batman, but he's cool. The art on this is cool. I'd have to go... I don't see where they're telling me who does the art and stuff on this book. Oh, my car hates sitting here and just running air. A special sneak peek. Here we go. Script by James Tynion IV, art by Freddie Williams II with Kevin Eastman. Yeah. Batman Turtles 3. If you like the first 2, you probably like this one. I'll find out from Keaton if it's good. The next book is both for me and for Keaton, for Blaze. He didn't have any other books this week, so we've been talking about the Savage Avengers, which is an Avengers team that is ridiculous. That's got, like, I believe this is Brother Voodoo, right? Venom, Conan, Punisher, Elektra, Wolverine. The Savage Avengers. How in the world Conan ends up on an Avengers team is crazy to me. This book is $4.99 by Dugan and Deodato, whatever I say his name. And I started to flip through it, and there was a scene where Wolverine fights Conan. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to give it a chance. Art's cool. I like most of the characters on this team. In fact, I think I like all the characters on this team. I don't think I would have ever called them Avengers. This is not an Avengers team. But the Avengers name is in movies, so that's what this is. They could have just called this Savage Heroes, and I think it would have worked better than calling them Avengers, because they're not Avengers. And this last book is for Blaze as well, and it's a DC book. I got this because this is like the zombie DC crossover. Blaze has been in like a horror mood lately. And it's got this It tribute cover on it. So I figured he might want to give this a chance. And I want to give him 2 books. So this is by Tom Taylor with art by Trevor Hairsine. I can't say names anymore. I can't do it. I'm giving up on saying names. But apparently there's some kind of disease that makes them like zombies. I mean, Marvel did the zombies thing. Why can't DC do the zombies thing? So we're going to check it out. If they get a second one, that means it was good. If we don't, it means it was no good. I'll probably read it too. All right, that's everything this week, guys. Sorry about my voice. I tried to keep it together as much as I could. I didn't spend a lot of time talking because I don't have any voice left. As always, if you enjoy the videos, click like, click subscribe, click notify. Any suggestions on comics, anything I'm reading where you're like, that's garbage, or, ooh, I'm digging that too, leave it in the comments below. And as always, I'll see you next Wednesday. I promise to get back on the toy reviews. I got sidetracked on the select reviews because I've been so busy lately and I got hit with this sickness, so I couldn't do any reviews last week. But I'll get back to it. All right, I'll see you guys. Bye.